Emily's surprise. Emily was a grand, fine engine. She was very proud of her smart, dark green paint and her big wheels. Emily was a very nice-looking engine, and she thinks no engine looked better than her. One morning, she was waking up at the shed getting prepared for her next train. It was a goods train, and Emily was not happy about it. Goods trains, she said in disgust. Why can't Donald and Douglas or Boko do it? She complained. But Donald was not giving in to what Emily was saying about him. Emily, he said, goods trains are more important than passengers, he said. You're lucky the Fat Controller doesn't send you into an abandoned siding. Emily was surprised. What, at a scrapyard? She went. Yeah, said Donald. You're lucky the Fat Controller doesn't scrap engines like us, said Donald, despite the fact my old controller wanted to scrap Douglas, he said. But then Emily realised Donald's story about what happened in the other railway. Oh, said Emily. I see now, she said. Just then the Fat Controller arrived. He had an important message for Emily. I'd like you to take a goods train from the other railway to the Sodor Railway, he said, and to Crovan's Gate. Emily was surprised. But sir, couldn't Den do it? She asked. I'm sorry, but Den has broken down, so you'll have to do his work. Yes, sir, said Emily. She was worried. She knew what she had to do, and she puffed away to see what was the matter. Until a couple of hours later, Emily had just finished shunting some empty trucks at the yards. When the yard manager arrived, he looked like he had good news for Emily's driver and fireman. I think a goods train is going to arrive any time sooner, he said, and it looks like it must be the goods train from Crovan's Gate. Emily's driver sighed. Isn't that the one Den was supposed to take? Yes, said the yard manager, and she will be aboard it. Who? Asked Emily. Wait and see, said the yard manager, and he walked off, leaving Emily to shunt. After she had finished shunting, Emily was off to collect the goods train she was supposed to take. I'm supposed to take that big, huge waste, she mumbled. Her driver lost patience and ignored her. Emily counted loads of trucks that she was supposed to take. This could be difficult, she thought, but then Emily gasped. On the flatbed truck was an old coach. She, like her front and back, her roof was covered in rust, but only a little bit of her paint remaining, and her windows were completely gone. She asked, Are you one of the Northwestern Railway engines? Yes, said Emily. I'm Emily, she said. Thank goodness, said the coach. It's good to see an engine running on rails again, she said. Emily smiled. May I ask, who are you? I am Melanie, said the coach. She was the same coach Scarlow told the others all about. Wait, you're Melanie? Said Emily. She was surprised. Yes, said Melanie. Scarlow told you all about me, didn't he? He did, said Emily. And why are you here? The Fat Controller has purchased me and saved me from the other railway, she said. Now I've come here to work on the North Western Railway, she said. Emily was very surprised. Well, I guess I'll take you to see him. He told me he's taking his goods train to Crovan's Gate, and I guess this is where you'll be going. Correct, said the coach. I am going to look forward to this. Emily smiled and winked at the coach. Take me at once, driver, said Emily, and she raced off. It took a long time to get Emily onto the rails Melanie's train was at, but they managed it well. Emily was coupled up and was on her way to Crovan's Gate. Will you be staying on our railway? She asked Melanie. Yes, said Melanie. I can't even wait to see my old friend again, she said. He even helped another coach too. Wilhelmina, remembered Emily. Yes, said Melanie. Now I can't wait to see her again too. With that, the two were having a wonderful conversation and started chatting like old friends. They both had plenty of time to go through the coastal track. Then they went through the construction yard. The construction yard was now where one of the road vehicles work at. There was Byron, Kelly and Butch doing some harder jobs. Then all of a sudden, Melanie gasped. I remember this, she said. Remember what? Asked Emily. Oh, what is this place? She asked. This was one of the old construction yards that had been rebuilt a few months ago, she said. What do you think of it? Pretty good, I guess, fumed Melanie, and she felt like that she'd mistaken it for something else. After her work was over, Emily came back to the sheds. When she was about to tell the others about her experience, the Fat Controller walked up. I'm very impressed, Emily, he said. Melanie told me all about what you did for her. You should be proud of yourself. Thank you, sir, said Emily. Will she still be restored? Yes, said the Fat Controller, and she will be given the same colours as Skarloey had. And all the engines cheered. Now Melanie was painted in the same colour as Skarloey. She also recognised both him and Wilhelmina, and they were happy to be working together again. The two laughed and made jokes about them, but they didn't mind. But the three were happy to be united again, and they were now a group of good friends once more.